Welcome to the Super Facts Show on the Super Facts Network. Featuring St. Laz, who also hosts the popular web series Gem Pop and music journalist Mark Walter Ward. They have discussions about hip hop, culture, society, philosophy, and everything else. Now available on YouTube and wherever else you get your podcasts. What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Facts Show, Super Facts Network. Fresh off the Dead Instrument EP, we got Harlem's own, the man with the blue check himself, G Mims. What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up, my brother? Thanks for having me, man. How's everything?
Man, I'm loving life. I'm loving life. Hey, I'm into the charms. What you got there?
Oh yeah, I'm you feel me? Right now, my cousin just put me on to this good Kobe.
Nah, not the bud. I'm talking about the charms on your chain.
Oh, I thought you said the charm. I thought you were talking about like the wig, the charms. Yeah. G Mims. Don't forget the dollar.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? I keep my daughters with me. You feel me?
I feel you. Look, I got a blunt tattooed on my hand, so I keep a blunt with me. You feel me?
I ain't mad at that. So we on point. Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, shit, bro.
I like that jersey you got on there too, man. With that Harlem Diplomats.
Yeah, about it. Yeah. 3 diplomat music. Yeah,
that's good little flex you got on right there.
Shit. I appreciate that. Thank you, brother. Shit, I got the Galaxy Diplomats hat too.
Yeah. You repping right now. I peeped in. You repping.
Oh yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna front. Cam, my favorite rapper. Shit, when I got started in blogging, the first person I ever did an interview with was Noe from Bird Gang, and then I came up Harlem, and shit, I interviewed Freaky Zeke, A Mafia. I met up in the Bronx. Shit, been up there, interviewed Mino, Bird Lady, Coke Boy Cheese, all that type shit.
I record often in the same studio as the Heatmakerz. So
well, shit, we can segue right in there. And that was gonna be one of my questions, man. I could call my wife over here, but I'm sure you believe me.
Yeah.
Up until Jim Jones and a couple other people put out projects with the Heatmakerz for like 15 years. I've been saying I don't understand why cats ain't copping beats from the Heatmakerz.
Yeah.
And so like obviously you got more than a few, and like why do you think that happened? Like I don't understand. Like people kept copping beats from Just Blaze and Kanye West, and I felt like they all had the same level of success at that point, production wise.
Actually, you're absolutely right when you think about the era that they all came from. I think that's probably a good conversation to have with Awesomeness, but to my understanding, like, the Heat, unlike Just Blaze and the other producers, the Heatmakerz became like a signature sound of the Diplomats. Like that, it wasn't just like, it was just the Heatmakerz, but the Heatmakerz got so closely connected to the Diplomats, it was almost like an extension of the Diplomats. It wasn't like just like a freelancing producer. Word. I do want to say, if
you know about this.
Which that's the Heatmakerz. Which one? What song is that? Is that Cannabis? Or that's their song? That's their song?
No. This the Heatmakerz featuring Arsonist, PD Crack, and J Mills.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And look, on the other side, that's the Heatmakerz featuring Arsonist. But look, I'm about to fuck your head up even worse.
Nah.
Look at this jump. This is if I remember correctly, I think this is the right one. This is a Heatmakerz jump with like J.R. Ryder and shit.
Yo, Arsonist would go freaking. I wish I was in the studio. He's away right now, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's
fire right there.
That's a Heatmakerz jump featuring J.R. Ryder and Joel Santana.
That's that heat right there.
I ain't gonna get up and go through it, but I got a book over there. I got 2 of their CDs too, like the one you could get out Best Buy and the mixtape. Yeah. I got a physical copy of the mixtape. That shit cost me like $45 off eBay. That's how much I love Dipset.
You really got some shit, man. I gotta link you with my man, Arsonist. Arsonist is pretty much the Heatmakerz is
Bro,
As
I've
far
been I've been asking them for years. I've been bugging them. I feel persistence overcome resistance. A plug like that would be
but
love.
you met the right one. See, things happen for a reason because you met the right one.
Already.
You know what I mean?
Before we get into your music, I'm curious, like I told you when I was doing that round of interviews, and then like, I'm the type of cat, I was going to jail and shit, and I was reading sources and reading the liner notes on things.
Mm-hmm.
And you would hear like Harlem rappers talking about going outside and hearing Big L rap and things of that nature. So I'm wondering, a younger artist yourself, like, do you remember like ever going outside and hearing like Vado rapping, or like who's the best people you used to hear
Yeah,
rapping before they got on?
I remember Vado. I mean, listen, during my younger years when I knew about Vado, I knew about I found out about Vado through Jay Mills. They used to have a TV show called Mad Cyphers TV or something like that. And I used to watch like Jay Mills, kind of like freestyle a lot on that channel. There was a couple others. Forgive me if I just don't want to mess up the accuracy of who was on there, who wasn't. But I came to platforms like Mad Cyphers because I wanted to watch Jay Mills rap and shit. And he represented a crew called Most Hated.
Most Hated, yeah. I got a Most Hated album, like a retail junk you can get on Amazon. But it's on Dat Piff too. Y'all, anybody listening to that, y'all should check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely on that Piff. Shout out to them. Shout out to Harlem. They did some things and just showing young kids like me that it was possible to, take it to another level. But yeah, so people like Vado, and they were around. But I also knew them from being around basketball circuits too. Like, you know what I mean? Hip hop and sports is so closely knit together where I'm from that,
Damn, bro, you gotta have me jumping all my interview questions. I might as well jump to my last one then. I was gonna ask you, like, I've been up there mad times, I'm mad in the hoops myself. I'm 43, I'm too old to play. But I ain't gonna front. I would have crossed.
You got a little game.
I would have crossed the fuck out you, no doubt.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I don't know. But I'm curious, like you ever? It don't even gotta be no record game, but or even the record in general. Who the best player you've seen play live in New York?
I mean, my favorite street ball player was Skip to My Lou. Honestly, he was one of my favorite basketball players. Period. I mean, I loved Allen Iverson and Kobe and Mike, but up until I started before I was blessed to see Allen Iverson play, I had never seen none of them in real life. Who I was watching was people like Ali Mo, and Skip to My Lou. Those are the street ballers around where I was from. So at like what they call the Kingdom tournaments or Rucker Park tournaments and
the battleground jump, right?
Yeah, when I used to see like Rafe Alston, that was my favorite street ball player always.
So you ain't never get a chance to go like them record jumps where like Fat Joe had.
I mean, I did. So backstories, like it's like people like Rich Parker. I don't know if you ever heard of Rich Parker. That's from my neighborhood. Like my neighborhood is like has a lot.
I know about Rich Parker. That's
Rich Parker from Manhattan Center.
Yeah, he got the charge. Yeah,
he's from my neighborhood.
On STE, can't rap about that.
100%. So I have a close knit like relationship and community in the basketball. I went to FDA, so I played in a lot of like nice tournaments. I was fortunate enough to say I had a really good basketball experience in high school.
I know about the FDA. Yeah, that means you pretty good.
Yeah, man. We actually
that ain't no slouch shit. That ain't shit that you just pay $10 and be on the rec team.
Yeah. We was in like Myrtle Beach tournaments. We played against Danny Green, Brandon Jennings. We played against a couple dope players, Sebastian Telfair, a lot of players, and I had a pretty dope basketball experience as far as being exposed to like those major platforms. But being
you
Harlem,
sound like it. It sound like my bad to interrupt you, but this shit fascinating. This shit fascinating to me. So like yeah, man, bro, I love basketball. Like I watch mad basketball.
Yeah.
But out of them players you named, there ain't one noteworthy. You got a highlight moment against them you remember? Like I played against Allen Iverson in a pickup game when he got out of prison near the Herbo. That's like this league to be at Georgetown, and I ain't gonna lie, he crossed the shit out of me, embarrassed me, all that shit. But I plucked him one time. And then when I was in Job Corps in West Virginia, our team went against a team that had white Jason Williams and Randy Moss on it. Randy Moss was.
Randy Moss was better than Jason Williams in high school.
Man, Randy Moss couldn't dribble worth shit, but he could dunk like a motherfucker.
Oh, he was athletic.
Yeah, but like he could not dribble worth shit. He was a turnover waiting to happen. I mean, it might have been though like he'd been playing football all the time or something. You know what I mean?
When you got Jason Williams though, you only need one person to dribble anyway.
But like I ain't gonna lie, bro. I gave it to Jason Williams. Now he did score like 40 on me. But but I guarantee I had like 35. He ain't okay. I caught him mad times. I ain't have no. I mean, I had some turnovers passing. He ain't plugged me, and I either plucked him or caught one of his dumbass passes like 7 times.
I ain't mad at that.
So like you got a similar memory against. I mean, admittedly, a much higher caliber player.
I don't know if I got a personal memory. I know as a team, we beat Brandon Jennings. We beat Dominguez by like 26 points. And that was in a tournament called Myrtle Beach Tournament, which is like a pretty profound tournament, you know what I mean, for players that are in high school. A lot of NBA players go through playing that tournament. And I think we were the only public school that had like ever played in the Myrtle Beach Tournament and ranked like 3rd.
Yeah, bro, I know about it. Like Matter Day and places like that be playing in that shit.
Turn the light on.
So like recently, you know, shout out your Instagram, bro. You ain't just like trying to post it to get likes and clicks.
Man,
you definitely interesting. But I saw you had a picture of Michael K. Williams. How'd you meet him?
So I met Michael K. by just basically from the studio. It's just the network of the studio where I record at in the Azad Studios. We all Diamond District Studios. Shout out my man Azad. You said you were into like chains and stuff. He's like my jeweler. My boy Azad. He made this watch too.
Okay, yeah, he got skill.
Yeah, he's pretty nice. So we have this network where we have the studios and just we handle all our business and stuff there. And Michael K came through to see Awesomeness and like Joel. And I had the pleasure of meeting him and introducing myself to him. And we just kind of kicked it.
What his energy was like?
His energy was dope. Like he gave me New York vibes. You know what I mean? He gave me like high energy New York vibes. It seemed like he was working on something. I think he was working on a film of his own or something like that. And you know, so he was in a real positive state when I saw him, and when I had just told him like, you know, my background and stuff. He was quite intrigued, and you know, he just had a good energy. He was around people that he was familiar with other than me, that you know, didn't include me. So he was pretty cool, honestly. I would have had no idea things was going to turn out the way they did.
I mean, that can happen to anybody, man. That's why, you know, keep fucking with that weed. That's what I be doing. You know what I'm saying? They be putting that fentanyl in anything if that is what happened.
I wasn't sure if those rumors were true.
I mean, I don't think they can be yet. Like, I think it's too quick for autopsies to come back. But if that is the case, even if it's not the case, like it can happen in anything. Like you shouldn't fuck with nothing this powdery.
May I ask you a question? Is that Iceman George Gervin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire. I'm sorry, I've been staring at that for a minute. So secret, my name is George. G represents George. So I used to always kind of like Iceman because I was named after him and he was super nice and he got buckets. I wasn't named after him, but that's my, you know, we got the same name.
That was the first Nike basketball poster ever.
Yeah, he's the man.
George, yeah, no doubt, for sure.
So he doesn't get enough praise as a past player.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the Spurs was probably even less popular nationally than they was now, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then some of that shit was in the ABA, though.
I had to do, yeah, that's ABA shit too. You're right. That's that ABA shit. Go ahead, I'm listening.
So, I mean, we definitely got to touch on your music. I don't want to say you body Fred the Godson or nothing like that, but it must have felt good keeping up with an MC of that caliber on a track that on everything. You definitely did yourself proud.
Oh man, I appreciate that a million, brother. That's much respect. I look at it like it wasn't really competition for me. You know what I mean? He wasn't.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't trying to phrase it like that,
Yeah,
regardless
yeah,
of,
yeah. No, no. I get it, but let me.
RIP too. But I don't be trying to phrase. I feel like sometimes journalists try to phrase things on the low, subliminally, antagonistically. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I receive what you're saying though, as a journalist, and just in your question. And honestly, you're a listener, so we as listeners that like hip hop, sometimes we compare, right? Because someone like Fred is such a prominent lyricist. You
Word.
got to be able to hold your own. So it says a lot about any artist that could or that would keep up with him in a record. You know what I mean? And personally, that means a lot to me because that's my friend, and I do want to. You know what I mean? He want me to rap, like he want me to get on a beat and try to out rap.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, it's really the first step is making a great song. You know what I mean? It don't matter who verses better. It's about making a dope record that resonates.
Right. If it works right, each verse is an instrument, and you
wasn't
don't gotta have the guitar be better than the drum. You gotta have the guitar be as good as the drum.
as good as the drum. So that's what I think it was. It was more like knife sharpens knife. You know what I mean? Steel sharpens steel.
So that's why you made a song with Axel Leon. I take it because for people that ain't in the know, that's a sharp lyricist right there.
I met Axel through Fred. It's all goes in a circle I was telling you about. In this Diamond District Studios, me, Heatmakerz, Fred. It's all like a nucleus and circle that kind of really got pulled in because of Fred. Fred was like the centerpiece of all of us kind of having the sense of unity that we have now. Now we've had over the last few years. So I was fortunate to meet Axel through Fred and Arsonist. And I knew Axel for a while. He had heard I had knew about Axel for a while. He used to be like Flight Club, battling people and chewing people's heads off in battles and stuff. And we were in a car one day actually, and he heard me working on the record that he got on, and he actually told me he felt like I rapped with so much integrity. He was honestly excited about working with me. So, that's how we connected. Axel's super dope, man. He's
that's a good way to put it, integrity. Because I mean, you definitely Harlem as a motherfucker, but like there's something different about you. And not to say other MCs lack integrity, your music just possesses exceptional integrity.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's fire. Sometimes we sit in the studio, I make music and I come up with lyrics, and I think like, damn, dude, it's
like no love, bro. Like that, like a lot of cats wouldn't have made no song like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
My idea from it was me, Drama, and shout out my man Drama B2R and Axel. We're all Geminis, so I thought it'd be cool to see how we all came together on a song. And we had lately. Shout out to Scram Jones. He produced that record, and he blessed us with a good beat.
As all his beats are, the legend Scram Jones. I used to love the Saigon mixtape run. The on No Love, it made me curious though. In your life, who showed you the most love outside your family?
Damn.
Yeah, I know you ain't think I was gonna ask you no shit like that.
Show me the
I ain't finna ask you none of them regular who you want to work with questions. I tell you that right now.
I think that changes, right? Because if I had to be outside my family, well then I'm gonna say there's seasons of people. You know what I mean? I have friends that love me dearly. You know what I mean? I have had relationships with women who I think have cared about me at that point in time dearly. They're not blood. You know what I mean? If I had to say musically, and like, it would be my friends. You know what I mean? I gotta give them. They're the next up. That's the blood. That's the family you don't choose. You know what I mean? I have people that I call my brothers that aren't really my brothers.
They earned it.
They earned it. You know what I mean? So I got to take the time out to show my brothers and the people that watch me go through these different transgressions in my life and still remain unconditionally my brothers. You know what I mean? Let me not skip over them, because that would be next of the people that I hold dearly to me. They've
Hey,
shown me
hey,
love. You know what I mean?
that's the best, bro. Shit, it's a valuable thing when you can find friends like that. You know, I got a policy in my life that I don't consider nobody my friend if I ain't known them more than 10 years. Cause a motherfucker can disguise their characteristics real good.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Hey, on Say My Name, you mentioned PTI, and you know I'm from DC or the DC area, and I grew up reading them as newspaper columnists. So when PTI came out, I was dumb sized about that shit. And I'm curious, who you like better, Mike or Tony?
Say the question to me one more time.
On the Say My Name record, you mentioned the PTI show on ESPN.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, that's a good. You caught that ball.
yeah.
Nice.
And I was saying, being from the DC area, you might not know this, they was newspaper columnists in the sports section before they was ever on ESPN. So that shit was like amazing to me because I used to like read that shit when I was young. And I'm just curious what happened.
Historically, I'm
Yeah.
understanding your question. Historically, I like Mike Wilbon. But when their topics get serious, I really enjoy listening to Tony on TV. He's never came off as like, well, for the topics that I'm interested in, he's never really came off as like biased. You know what I mean? I've always kind of liked how he holds down the panel. But Mike Wilbon just
he was friends with Mike Wilbon in a newspaper room in the 80s.
Wow.
That should tell you all you need to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I guarantee at least one of these biased people you speak of, even in an institution like the Washington Post, pulled him to the side like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, I fuck with Mike Wilbon. So, you know, the thing with basketball and why it means a lot to me, because it like I said, it coincides a lot with hip hop. You know what I mean? At a certain point, I started like learning how to express myself through rhymes, because basketball is not really, it's really a lot of just action. You know what I mean? And it created an emotion for me that I needed a way to express. Like basketball, I was getting off the tension. I can get off the energy, but I couldn't get off what I wanted to say. So, you know, music was really important for me in that time. Seeing people like Allen Iverson do rap and play ball made me go, oh wait, you can do it. Now what the kids have like Damian Lillard, you know what I mean? But for me, that was like Allen Iverson. I know Shaq was another person that made me see, oh, you could go from basketball, you can go do this. Oh, okay.
Hey, you know, this is a little known fact, before they reconciled, the only time that Nas and Jay-Z was ever on a song together was on a Shaq mixtape jump. And they I forgot who quote unquote won, but they forced his hand to take one of their verses off, and on the album I think it had Jay-Z, not Nas, but I could be wrong about that.
See, to me, I would just remember I held on to just Shaq having a song with Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, and he had a jump with the RZA and with Prodigy. But
album, if I'm not mistaken.
What happened?
He had a platinum album, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you're definitely not mistaken. He had a that song with the RZA, No Hooks. That was definitely a platinum single, and he was involved in the platinum Fushnikin single as a featured artist. But last question before we get out of here. You know, very well. I don't know if it's very few, but very few stand out like to the extent yours did. You had a Funk Flex freestyle, which I'll definitely include when I post this on Dirty Good Bastard. Anybody who watches or hears this, but you absolutely destroyed it. So I'm just curious. Hey, what kind of jersey was you wearing? How does one get into to being the Funk Master freestyle, and what's it like when you get in there?
All right, so the jersey I had on was a New York Knicks Chinese version of the Patrick Ewing jersey.
Okay.
So that was a Patrick Ewing jersey.
That shit was fire.
I found it in like a sports store, and I was thinking about what I wanted to represent. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not even like a Knicks fan. You know what I mean? Forgive me, New York. I'm not a Knicks fan. Like I said, Kobe was my man. It was a big Magic Johnson. I like Lakers. I just like Laker colors. I like Showtime. Michael Jordan was the best to me. You feel me? But
yeah, I agree.
I liked the flash of the Lakers. You know what I mean? So I was a big. I did like John Starks a lot. However, I wanted to represent New York. You know what I mean? I didn't want to go up there and not be authentic to what, you know, where I was coming from. How to get on the flex, freestyle. There's no, I can't send nobody on a particular path. There's no one path. You kind of got to get on this radar.
Well, I meant more like what was the mechanics of it? So they just reached out to you. I mean,
The
obviously you're gonna say, yeah.
For me, I was somebody that flex was hot 90. I was like already like a hot 97 who's next artist.
Okay.
I was already like on Sway in the Morning. When they reached out,
well, I ain't catch that one. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, I was on Sway in the Morning a couple years before that. And I had always been on Flex radar. He had always been a DJ that supported my music. When I put it out, he plays it on the radio. He's played it on the radio several times. I probably had music playing on the radio.
You got the bomb and all that?
Yeah, I've gotten the bomb and stuff before.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, I've gotten a bomb for a couple records. He's been a big supporter, so I've always been on his radar. And believe me, I was one of those artists that asked him before, and I had to wait. You know what I mean? And when the time presented itself for him to ask me, he asked me. I was on a Native Tongue tour. I was performing with the Native Tongues.
Oh, that's dope as shit.
And like Jungle Brothers, Dress and Black Sheep, De La.
Man, we gotta do another episode, man, because you know, unfortunately, I gotta be running.
I never enjoyed. So I mean, just being in a room. I'll tell you the backstory. I recorded my freestyle the same day as Tyler the Creator did his freestyle.
A word.
The shit. Flex was wearing the same outfits. I watched.
You see, I got the goblin back there.
Yeah, we actually did our shit the same day. So it was the room felt a little different after he rapped. He came in there and rapped what he rapped about, and you know what I mean, he kind of changed the vibe in the room. But,
I can imagine.
You know, but he was a cool guy. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Tyler. He turned out to be a real cool guy. We picked out our beats together. You know what I mean, at the same time. So I got a chance to just see his vibe as an artist, meet him, you know what I mean, and just be around him as a creative. And so I was in like competitive mode. Someone just rapped before me, regardless of who it is. Now I gotta go there and meet and leave my imprint. You know, sometimes, you know, I wish I could have. Certain things I wish I would have did more of, or even better. But I grabbed the moment for what I felt.
Nah, you did your thing, bro. You did your thing. And shit, if you feel that way, I guarantee you're gonna get back up there. So just harvest that energy. You know what I mean?
110%. You know, one thing about that I do love about that Flex shit is, you know, we in the era of comments and stuff. Nobody had a bad comment on my lyrics. Everybody, if they wasn't, you know, talking about my name, which was kind of funny, everybody kind of quoted lines. So I'm glad that you and other fans and other people that listen enjoyed what I was saying and lyrics that I wanted to leave, and to see people kind of and the support just kind of like reiterate them back was that meant the world to me. You know, that means the world to me. So, you know, for any of you, those that's on this that haven't checked me out before, it's cool G Mims, cool with a K. You know what I mean? GMIMS. Go to my website, check out my website. Listen, I love Apple Music. I love Spotify. I love all of that, but you can come get it directly from me. You can get my music exclusively and directly from me, straight on my website. So for those of you that
you still be making CDs or records or anything?
Nah, so actually I make I call my project Debt Instrument. So what I made is my albums like a debit card, honestly, and I package them in wallets. So if you go online, you'll see it like this, and it's NFC and USB enabled.
Oh, you gotta hook me up with one of them, bro.
Yeah, man. You go on your computer, you can get the album. The files of the album are directly yours. It's not like a streaming platform. You get the albums as if it's in track listing, as if it were a CD, and you also get like the files to exclusive.
Oh man, I put that right here.
110%. Cool. I'm gonna make sure you get it. Definitely. You know, DM me and I'll give me your address and everything. I'll send you a package.
All right, that's a bet, man. Hey, like I said, bro, I gotta be running, but we definitely gotta tap back in. Because I wanted to holler at you about some other shit. But right. Everybody make sure y'all go check out that Dead Instruments EP. So you got me saying cool. You got me saying your social name.
G-Mims. Don't forget the $. It's all right. G-Mims. Don't forget the $. You know.
And on all DSPs, like I said, go make sure you check out that album, his other songs. Especially like one thing I ain't get to ask, especially his songs with Pastor LBS. But
shout out to my man Pastor Pounds. LBS is for pounds. Pastor Pounds, my man. We made No Love together. We got a song called Hate Me on Dep Instrument as well. That's another close knit, all in a lot of in-house. I just wanted to show, what we created. Shout out to Hassam. Hassam produced 90% of the records. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Heatmakerz. They executive produced it and made sure everything fit the concept that we were trying to put out. So, and the sound we were trying to put out. So, shout out to all parties and everybody that took part in helping me make that song.
All right, bro. Well, shit. It was a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm gonna keep supporting your music, and I'm sure the Super Facts Show audience is gonna be seeing you quite a few times.
Super Facts, man. Super Facts, dope platform. I love it here.
Man, appreciate it, man. You take it light. You have a good one.
You too, bro.
All right, man. Peace.